into the best morning show on the globe. It's Bradley and Emery in the morning, y'all. LeBron or Jordan, either one when I'm performing. Crossover, buzzer beater and I'm scoring. Bradham and Emery in the morning. Every play they on it. Every day I'm balling. Who's the coach? Who's the GOAT? Like Brady and Belichick, best show on the globe. And they embellish it. Y'all playing Ziffy, I'm Ken Griffey or maybe Mahomes. I stay in the zone, whether man to man or play in the zone. They can't stop me. Mayweather boxing, Curry with the shot, man. We just the best to be. Can we have our SP, please? This was meant to be. Every morning with Bradham and Emery.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes, Bram in the morning. Marks Brown, Justin Emery.
Yo, just having a little minor catastrophe over here during the intro. I smoked.
I love the intro. I got time to do so many things.
Yeah, it's great.
Making phone calls.
I just
checking out IG. Something's going on over there. It's great.
I just inadvertently smoked like half of my notes off the table.
Wow. Well, you need to call yourself a TO to go over there and get them?
I got all of them except for one page, but I don't think I need that second page till after the break. So I think
late in the intro this happened because
oh no, yeah, it happened. It happened when I took the headphones off. I got my drink, sat back down, put the headphones on, turned, smoked everything, and I heard something in the intro about Ken Griffey, and I was like, oh, I only got like 20 seconds left.
Yeah. That's poor form when it happens late in the intro.
Yeah, I mean, like if it happened in the beginning, I have a full 3 minutes.
Full 3 minutes.
Minutes.
I realized how much I can accomplish in 3 minutes based on his intro.
You don't realize how truly long, like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So like the commercial break, 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah,
you get a lot done in that commercial break.
I'm usually able to run to the bathroom and get a new water bottle all in 2 minutes 35 seconds.
Absolutely.
And wash the hands, ABCs.
Absolutely. And if you really wanted to grab a snack to bring up with you, you could do that too.
You could.
So absolutely, a lot of time to do it. It happened. I fell asleep at the movies.
You know, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I think Stevie Wonder could have saw this being the what would happen here, how this would happen. I knew this was going to take place.
Let me lay out what the scenario though, okay?
Okay.
So first off, it's a 9:35 movie.
You reclined to seat, didn't you?
Oh, I mean, as far as it didn't really recline, it more like just like gave you a leg rest.
Legs up, didn't you?
Absolutely.
You can't do that.
But here's the thing: is those chairs were not comfortable, so putting that didn't assist with this because I was uncomfortable in those chairs. So it was a 9:30. Now I did grab a nap, like you said I should do. I did grab a nap. I was very full. I was in the zone when I got there, and I got excited about how I could order things off a full menu, despite the fact that I ate dinner before that. I got myself a milkshake during the movie.
That's all. That's a big time move.
That's a big time move. But the thing is, I crushed it so quick. It was like barely after the preview. What was that?
Do you have mudslides there?
I don't think so. It was basically just like vanilla, chocolate, strawberry.
Mudslides are next level. Put the Kahlua in there.
So they very well could have, but if you wanted alcohol, you had to physically go to the bar. And you couldn't get alcohol delivered to your seat, and I didn't feel like getting up.
I got you.
So, I also realized Buzz Lightyear's getting his own movie. If you didn't know, by the way,
Buzz getting his own flick.
Yeah, I meant to send you the picture. I'll send it to you. Send it to you now. I snagged a picture.
Nobody else going to be in it.
No, it's just a Buzz Lightyear.
Where are the toys?
What's that?
Where are the other toys?
It's just Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. Did Buzz and Woody left the group in last Toy Story, right?
Because he was jealous. I don't know. I've only seen the first.
No. Woody left like it was happy. It was like he left and went with that princess.
I've only seen the first two. I have no idea.
Yeah, the last one I think Woody leaves and goes off on his own.
No, I think this is pre Toy Story.
Okay, prequel.
I think so. I just sent you the picture.
Is Tim Allen doing Buzz?
I don't know.
Well, he has to. He can't use another voice.
It comes out in June. Like I said, I just sent you the picture. You can check it out.
Yeah.
So the movie started at 9:35. Previews didn't end until 9:58. It was a 2-hour and 4-minute movie. The movie didn't end until after midnight. So I feel like I was set up for failure right out of the gate.
What was it about?
It was.
Why would I ask you? Do you even know?
Yeah, I watched the majority of it. Okay, I didn't fall asleep for the whole thing. I watched the majority of it. I'm not saying I didn't fall asleep at all, but I didn't sleep through most of the
You
movie.
need to go to the doctor and get checked out. I'm worried about your sleep patterns.
I sleep good. It's just
That's the problem. If you nap every day.
Not every day.
You took a nap and then you couldn't get to the movies. I'm gonna need you to go to the doctor to get the blood work done. So
I don't nap every day.
most days.
I'd say
How
like
many days a week do you nap?
probably 2.
That's a lie.
No, probably 2.
I call BS. No.
Like,
You say every day you shut it down at 4:00. What do you like? That's nap time for you.
No. I get up around 4:00 for my nap. If I'm gonna take a nap, I usually go down around 2.
I don't think 2 days. I'm gonna say 4.
Well,
Straight 4.
the thing is, I don't take naps on the weekends because I just sleep in, so I don't need that.
You right.
Okay.
During the week, how many days are you napping?
I usually don't take naps on days where we don't do the show. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I usually don't take a nap because I'll sleep in a little bit more. I won't get up as early. And I usually don't take naps on Fridays because I just got the adrenaline for the weekend going. So usually naps are a Monday, Wednesday thing. Today, I got stuff I got to do today, so I don't have time to take a nap today. Wednesday, though, you can almost lock it in on your calendar. There's going to be a nap time on Wednesday. Like I said, I got stuff I got to do today, though, which I guess is a good time for us to get into now. So I'm at the Willow Grove Mall the other day. I had a bunch of watches, and all of my watches, all the batteries are dead. Every single watch, the battery's dead. So they're all just basically for show, not for function. So I got tired of it, and I was like, I got to go get these watches working. So I go to the mall, drop them off at the place. I'm like, yeah, can you replace these batteries? Yeah, I'll come back in 20, 30 minutes. So I'm wandering around the mall. Willow Grove Mall has an arcade now.
It's always had an arcade.
No, but it went away for a while.
It's back.
It's back.
Because I was a legend at Challenges.
Oh, Challengers. It
I was a legend.
The Challengers was 3rd floor overlooking the fountain in
Right
the corner.
across the food court.
Yes.
You go see Angry Pizza Guy, who's still working there. He's been there since early 90s. You go see Angry Pizza Guy, get your slices in. Then you head across to the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
When that arcade went down, I still led the league in scoring with that basketball pop shot.
Well, guess where I'm going today?
The new arcade?
I walked past it. Like I said, I was there around lunchtime on Saturday. It's going to be busy.
Yeah.
So I didn't even bother going in. But they have the Sixers branded pop shot there, Marcus.
Ooh. I'm going to have to go see that.
So, my goal is I didn't realize that schools were off for today.
Yeah, they're off. My guys are off till Wednesday.
Well, I'll probably.
When did February become a mini spring break?
Do not know.
They're off Thursday. They were off Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday.
Is there something going on?
No, it's just like you. I mean, today's President's Day, but other than that, like, what are you guys doing here? Like, we were in school. We weren't off in February.
No,
maybe we got President's Day, but like that's it. You get 4 days. I'm mad.
Be nice.
Yeah, like I got to come out of this room now and see their big heads walking around my house. You're not supposed to be here.
You're used to having the house to yourself when the show's done.
Yeah, now like this, like pandemic problems was, that was a thing every day, but I got used to it. But now I've gotten used to just walking out to silence. Now I'm walking out to big heads. I don't want that. Actually, today is Big Heads and Friends.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So, you watch any All-Star Weekend?
I did. I watched. I didn't watch any of the game last night.
I didn't watch any of these.
I watched Saturday night, and yeah, I mean, Here's the deal. The dunk contest was really bad this year. You had one guy, Obi Toppin, who could have competed probably in years past because he came creative, ready to go. Cole Anthony, not so much. Jalen Green, not so much.
Who was the guy that missed 30 dunks?
Jalen Green missed a lot, and Cole Anthony missed a lot too.
I think it was Jalen Green. Is he from Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Green.
Okay, yeah, it was him. He missed way too many dunks for my liking.
It's just, it's just unfortunate, and we talked about this a little bit on Friday, that they're running into a problem where stars are refusing to compete in the dunk contest. And I would have liked to see Ja Morant in there, Anthony Edwards in there. It's just tough when you have the 12th guy on the bench competing. Now I know there's been a couple instances, say your Zach LaVines, your Nate Robinsons, who at the time they weren't major stars and they made themselves stars based on their performance on All-Star Saturday night. But the tradition goes, usually it's the stars that do this. The Kobes, the Michaels, the Dominiques, the Harold Miners, they're few and far between. Usually it's the stars that carry the contest. When Blake Griffin, when he did the dunk contest, he was at his peak. He was peak Blake Griffin. And it got everyone really excited for him to do it because he was a star. And that's the problem. And it's funny, and this is the Steph Curry effect. All the stars now are doing a 3-point contest and not the dunk contest because he's made the 3-point shot cool. And you got people, the stars now want to rep the 3-point contest. And honestly, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but the 3-point contest for last night should have went last. And the dunk contest should have been thrown in there in the middle somewhere. Because the 3-point contest was way more entertaining than the dunk contest. Big Cat with the win, by the way.
Yeah, surprising win. Did not expect him to win.
Yeah, I thought it was Zach LaVine's year.
So did
until he does it, because then he'll be the first guy ever to win a 3-point and a dunk contest.
I thought he was going to win it too. Question: who was that white guy from the Clippers?
Luke Kennard.
I have no idea who he is.
Yeah, Luke Kennard. Luke can shoot it. He can shoot it a little bit.
He can shoot.
Shoot the pill, the rock.
Why was Patty Mills in there?
Patty Mills can shoot. So I wanted him here.
Really?
Patty Mills can shoot. But Levine, I don't know what happened to him. He didn't shoot well.
No, he didn't. He's not. I don't think he's healthy enough.
Yeah, maybe not.
I think he's still banged up. I mean, I know he did. Did he play in the game?
Not sure if he played in the game. He came back before the All-Star break. He played a couple games before the break.
Yeah, but I know he went to go see a specialist though after he came back. So I think he still has lingering effects.
He has. I mean, that's the thing about him. He gets hurt frequently.
That happens to explosive athletes.
Yeah. Which it's honestly the problem you're getting with Zion Williamson right now, which he had another setback, which is a mess. What's happening over there? But anyway, yeah. I mean, it's just the dunk
video that. Did you see the video Ja Morant put out?
No.
So he put out a video of him at some party over All-Star Weekend, and it went all viral all over. What's it? Pelicans is who Zion plays for.
Yeah.
Wild all over Pelicans Twitter. People were like, man, we drafted the wrong one. We drafted the wrong one.
I mean, this reminds me of the Sam Bowie Michael Jordan situation in '84. Now, I'm gonna say this. I don't like when the Trailblazers made the pick to draft Sam Bowie, it wasn't a bad pick. I think people get confused. It wasn't a bad. Sam Bowie could play out of Kentucky. He was a really good basketball player. And when he was in the NBA, when he was healthy, he was pretty good. He had a couple moments. One with New Jersey. I think he might have made the All-Star team in the Jersey team, but I know he was putting up numbers. He just kept breaking his leg and getting hurt, and that derailed his career. But the pick was justified because the guy could play. And back then, you always went big man over a guard. So, I don't fault them. Obviously, Houston takes Olajuwon number 1. That was fine. Get it. And Portland follows it up with Sam Bowie, which, it's a joke now because, the GOAT was 3. However, it wasn't a bad choice for Portland to do that. But this could be very similar because Zion wasn't a bad choice, and no one then in their right mind would have took Ja Morant out of Murray State over, Zion Williamson. Why would you do that? Doesn't make sense.
There were some people clamoring for it. It wasn't.
Yeah, but it wasn't a
lot. It wasn't a large.
Yeah,
amount of people. There were people out there that were saying. Now, I'm not saying I was one of them. I'm not trying to get credit for it, but there were people out there saying that you should have taken Ja Morant over Zion.
Yeah, it's weird things going on with him because CJ McCollum's got there a couple weeks ago, and now he's saying that he has not even had a conversation with Ja Morant. I'm sorry, with Zion Williamson, and he said when he gets back, he's gonna get to the bottom of that. What I think is weird that he hasn't even talked to the guy. Zion Williamson is not even around the team. Like he's not hanging out with the team. Like he's disappeared. They haven't seen him in like 6 weeks or something crazy. Like it's just weird stuff going on around him. And that's the thing you don't know when you draft these guys. Like Zion Williamson is talented as whatever. Like he's one of the most athletic specimens we've ever seen. Has the potential to be an all-world talent, but you don't know personality-wise who these people are going to be. Like Ja Morant is built different and built like, yo, I want to play basketball. That's all I want to do. I want to play basketball. I want to win. That's all I want to do. So, I don't know.
Zion, you know what Zion reminds me of? Eli Apple.
Why is that?
Well, if you go back and read Eli Apple's scouting report from college, it was basically this guy deserves to be talent-wise. He's a top 5 talent that it should be, but essentially, he's a child. Is basically what it said. They're like, we worry about him in a real world setting.
Yeah,
and that's what I said. It reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like with Zion, there was no signs of him being like this in college. I mean, he's only there for 5 minutes, but like there was nothing really said about him having issues. And it's like it seems like in the NBA he got here, and well, I mean, listen, he at the end of the day he needs to lose some weight. That's one of the problems.
He's fat. First thing is that he's fat. He needs to lose.
Like you can't be moving around like that, like and have putting all that pressure on your joints and your frame.
He needs to be at 260. I don't know what he is now. He's probably over 3, I would say.
Yeah, he's probably 310. That's he needs
to be at 260.
Put the mac and cheese down, the collard greens and fried. He looks like a good old country boy, so I'm sure he's going collard greens, fried.
You know where Zion's from?
Fried okra, fried catfish.
I don't even know what fried okra is.
You're not a good old country boy. You don't know about that fried okra.
Right? I'm not really a big.
My grandma's from Carolina. I know about the fried okra.
Yeah, I'm not too big. Is it like Southern cuisine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soul food, Southern cuisine. Yeah.
Yeah. I've tried a lot of soul food or a lot of Southern food.
It's hit or miss for me. Like I'll mess up some chicken and dumplings.
Oh, listen.
I'll tear up some chicken dumplings.
Listen, chicken dumplings, biscuits and gravy are.
If we were mess up some
biscuits and gravy. If we were doing a breakfast food tournament,
elite.
I'm not saying that they would win, but they need to be there. They could be a dark horse.
Strong 3 seed, and 3 seed can win the whole thing.
Yes, I love me
the Apple Jacks this generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you go to Burger King down south, you can get biscuits and gravy for breakfast at Burger King.
Ooh,
and it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I'll say. They do a good job with it.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not like as if you were to go to a restaurant.
Gotcha.
But it's also about a third of the price.
Okay.
Love me some biscuits and gravy. But we all know who would win that tournament. That's Eggs Benedict. So
nothing with eggs.
Eggs Benedict Eggs
Benedict looks good.
It's probably the number 1 overall seed.
I look at it, I'm like, all right.
Especially if you go with crab cake Benedict instead of the traditional Canadian bacon. Crab cake Benedict is the number 1 overall seed in the tournament.
I can see that.
I will die on that hill.
Okay.
So,
I like it.
So you want to go to Rick Ross? Or want to go to Juwan Howard? Which way we go on this?
Before we do that, I want to go.
Okay, you want to have your LeBron. You want to have your LeBron moment.
I want to do that now.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know if you want to do that now or after the break.
Yes, I want to do that right now.
Okay, go for it.
I've been good. Okay, I've been a really good boy. I've been good. I haven't criticized this man in I don't know how long. I think it's been close to 2 years since I've had any sort of LeBron slander. And a lot of that is because I started to really kind of feel bad in the sense that, like, I feel because of my alliance with Michael Jordan and because of my feelings for Jordan, I will fully admit I let that get in my way of my LeBron takes because I always got upset with the LeBron Jordan stuff, but I let that go. I even said I believe, and I think in this year that I will never have that conversation again. I stand by that. This is not a LeBron Jordan conversation. I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have that conversation with anybody ever again. If you tell me you think LeBron's better, I'm saying, okay, thank you. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to do it. So this is all about LeBron being LeBron in the worst possible way. And the thing that drives me crazy about LeBron is he just feels that he can do whatever he wants in the worst possible way. This weekend, he has an interview with The Athletic, and he's talking about that he wants to play with Bronny. We all kind of knew that anyway.
Yeah, we all knew that was going to happen.
We knew he wanted to do that. And, you know, the quote is, "My last year when we played with my son, wherever Bronny is at, that's where I will be. I will do whatever it takes to play with my son for 1 year. It's not about the money at that point."
Yes.
Now, if he said that as a free agent in the summertime when we're in between seasons, okay. Have you forgotten that you're a Los Angeles Laker, like right now? Have you forgotten that you actually, in real time, are playing for the Lakers? Which, by the way, you have set that franchise completely on fire. Like, it is a burning building, a fire, and a fire that you have created with all of your clutch foolishness. And then I just saw this last night as I was putting this together. A report, this comes from NBA Central, so you know it's real. Clutch Sports is apparently not happy with Rob Pelinka. It reached a boil when Pelinka refused to trade Russell Westbrook and a future first-round pick, likely 2027, for Houston Rockets guard and Clutch client John Wall. Excuse me? Because over the summer, you two, meaning Bron and AD, there was a report that you guys are the ones that actually wanted Westbrook here in the first place. Now, I was on record saying from the beginning, when I first happened, I'm like, this is not going to work. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. Westbrook and LeBron, their games do not match at all. Literally, it's apples and vinegar. It does not match at all. It's not a match. You two, Bron and AD, wanted Westbrook. Pelinka never wanted Westbrook. He did that at your request. And now, apparently, you guys are upset with him because he won't get rid of the problem that you created. And oh, by the way, AD, who got hurt again the other day.
Street closed.
Street closed Davis.
Street closed.
Another sprained ankle for him. He's out for God knows how long. That's been a disaster because you can't get him on the court. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I look at the bubble chip. Like, was that worth it for everything? Like, if you gave Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss Truth serum, was it really worth it to bring LeBron James to Los Angeles? I don't think so. You sacrificed so much to get this guy here, and he's already saying he's not going to be here. His contract is up in 2023. He's already telling you right now, I will not be here. He's asking teams to go out and get Bronny, regardless the cost. Just go get him. Do you know right now that Bronny is the 43rd ranked prospect right now?
34th.
43.
34.
43.
I'm looking at it. It's actually on right now.
Did he drop down? Because as of last week, it was 43. So maybe he made some work. But 34. But think about that. The 34th ranked prospect.
I mean, that's still not. I'm not saying that's great.
For you're asking to draft someone, higher up. So last week it was 43. So now he's down to 34. 34th ranked prospect is not good enough to say, yo, go get this kid.
He's the 6th ranked prospect at his position.
Right.
I just was.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah, 6th ranked position, 34 overall. My point in all this is like you're asking him to go get this kid with no guarantee that's going to even set up your franchise. Like he's literally, and also too. Oh, but let's keep it going and let's keep it going. And the guy wonders why people have a hard time connecting to him. Oh, now potential return to Cleveland. The door's not closed on that. I'm not saying I'm coming back and playing. I don't know what the future holds. I don't even know when I'm free. Yes, you do. You know you're free in 2023. And is it any coincidence that you set that franchise on fire? I mean, you got him a championship. Great, because, Cleveland got a championship. It happened. That's awesome. But then you left them on fire. They were able to rebuild quicker than you anticipated. They go get Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen's now an all-star. You got Colin Sexton coming back next year. They're set up for success in the future. Now Bron's like, oh, okay, now that I set this building on fire out in L.A., let me go over there. Like, I'm going to go back to what I was saying before I got into the Bronny. If you're Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka and you were given Sherm, would you really right now say that it was worth it to bring this man into your franchise? Was it really worth it? Like, think about this. Think about all the talent they had to give up to bring in Bron Nady. Think about all the talent spread out throughout the NBA. All the young talent the Lakers sacrificed to get Bron AD to LA. And look at where they are right now. They're not even a playoff team right now. And listen, LeBron's been out, for a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there, but he's played consistently throughout the year, and it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like, and this team right now, when Bron decides to leave in 2023, and now there's even rumors, NBA Central put out a rumor yesterday also too that there's rumors of AD being traded to maybe Miami, which I don't think Miami's going to do that trade because you can't, Anthony Davis, you can't rely on him. He's always hurt. But it's just funny. It's just funny to me. And this is why I'm saying all this stuff, because this is why I have a hard time with LeBron James and why he can't get out of his own way. Like, you wanting to play with your son is not the problem. That's not the problem. If he had just said, yeah, it would be a dream to play with my son, that would be awesome. But I'm a Los Angeles Laker right now. We'll worry about that when the time comes. Behind the scenes, if you're saying, yo, I'm playing with Bronny, I'm making it happen, that's fine. That's fine. How do you think the Lakers feel about this? Like, for real, how do you think the Lakers actually feel about this? About this notion that you were out here, like, he's talking like you're the 1 seed. Bro, you're a 9 seed right now. This is 1 seed talk. You're 9 seed. 9. Your other guy, Anthony Davis, who's a clutch client, of course, who you politic to get over there and sacrificed Brandon Ingram. You sacrificed Lonzo Ball because you gave up on those guys, that young core way too quickly because you had no time for it. Because you wanted to get the other chip. You got the bubble chip, which, listen, is it my opinion? Not necessarily, but there's a lot of people who put an asterisk on that and don't give you credit for that being a full chip. They give you half a chip for that. So you get the bubble chip. Was all of this worth it? Was it all worth it? I say no. I'm so glad. Imagine if this had happened here. How furious we would be. Imagine if this happened here. Like, it's easy to attach yourself because this wasn't Philly, but like Philly was recruiting him. I'm so glad he did not choose us. I'm very thankful for that because our franchise would be on fire. We might not have him be here anymore. We might not have Embiid here anymore. I mean, we definitely wouldn't have Simmons because, that would have been an implosion. But we might have Embiid. We have a bunch of veterans. Look at that squad out there in LA. Look at the people they're trotting out every game. Look at that. Stanley Johnson, Avery Bradley, Dwight Howard. Like, it is literally yesterday's garbage. It's bad. It's bad. And this is a team constructed basically by him. Pelinka. You want to blame Rob Pelinka? I don't blame Rob Pelinka. LeBron's in the office telling him who to get. Get this guy. No, get that guy. Get that guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're all worked up about nothing. I pretty much have almost no problem with it, and I'll let you know why. Number one, his contract's going to be up by the time Bronny comes into the league. So he has no obligation to re-sign with you. Everybody thought when he left Cleveland to sign to LA that he was going to just do that because he was going to sign a 1-year deal and go play with Bronny. This isn't new news. People had these suspicions back before he went to LA. It's just that you're hearing it from him now. This is old news. This is news that's 3 years old. So I don't know why it would be that big of a deal because his contract's up. If he had a 10-year deal and he's saying in 3-4 years, oh yeah, wherever Bronny's at, I'm going to be at. Well, that's a different story. He's going to be a free agent. So that's number one. Number two, he still has 2 years left on the deal? Next year and the following year?
23.
So finish this year plus 2, right? Or is it finish
this year, next year?
No, it has to be plus 2 because Bronny's only a junior in high school. So he still has a senior year and he has to go to college for a year.
Well, I don't know about what Bronny's doing, but I know LeBron's up in 23.
I'm going to pull that up real quick.
It's 23. I guess summer 23.
I don't know if I'm going to pull that up because he would have to sign another deal because Bronny's only, like I said, Bronny's only a junior, so he has a senior year and then he has to play 1 year.
Bronny starts his senior year. I think his senior year's underway.
No, he's in his junior year right now.
His junior year.
Yes. So he still has to come back for high school next season and then college for at least a year. I'm pulling up LeBron.
A unrestricted free agent in 2023. He is this year base salary $41 million. Next year base salary $44 million. Unrestricted free agent summer 2023.
Then he's going to have to. There's going to be a gap year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what he's going to do in that gap year, but so he's going to have to figure something out. But anyway, Bronny's not a great prospect, like you said.
No.
Now, could that change? He's only a junior, so could he come out and light the world on fire as a senior and be a top 20? Maybe. Is he ever going to get into a top 10, top 15? Definitely not a top 5. I don't think at all. Not a chance. But he's 6'2". He's 16. He's just turned 17 years old. He very well could come into his senior year next year and be 6'5", 6'6".
Right.
So say he's going to probably get a offer to go wherever he wants. Is that fair to say? Within reason.
Yeah.
Maybe not Duke, maybe not Kentucky, maybe not one of those.
Going after this year, so I don't even know if you even want to go to Duke.
Exactly. But so he'll get the chance to go wherever he wants to go. I don't know if he's good enough to be a one and done.
Right.
So,
I mean, with these kids like today, like
it has nothing to do if he accumulates the stats or not.
Right.
Is it worth it to draft Bronny for 1 year of his dad at age 40?
You know there's going to be teams out there doing that.
Then
Unless LeBron falls off a major cliff,
well, no. Here's the
I
thing.
don't think he will.
But here he specifically said his last season is going to be Bronny's rookie year, which means you're getting LeBron for 1 year.
Right.
Only getting LeBron for 1 year.
Right.
He's averaging what 29 points this year? I think he's averaging. He's averaging 29.1. So at age 37, he's averaging 29.
Yep.
At age 40, is it fair to say 20 to 22 points? Is that fair?
I don't know. I mean, he takes such good care of his body, and like he's in such good shape. I mean, he could. I mean, 25, 26 maybe. I mean, Jordan averaged 25, 5 and 5. His at 41.
And he didn't keep himself in the same shape LeBron does.
Yeah, he was breaking down too. He had that really bad knee. So
yeah, LeBron's
yeah. I mean, listen, he has his nicks and whatever, but like he keeps himself in pretty good shape. So I mean, 22 might be a little low. I can see him being maybe 25, 26.
So let's just say 25 points.
Okay.
So you get LeBron for 25 points for 1 season. What if Bronny fizzles out? What if he's not it? Because you're going to have, what are you going to do? Take him in the first round? There's no way Bronny's going to last to a second round pick if that's going to be what you're trying to do.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just don't.
I mean, but like also the LeBron James, you got look at LeBron James' effect of what it does to
your ticket sales, everything. Yeah.
The economy. Like look what LeBron did for the city of Cleveland.
Yes.
That downtown nightlife and everything, that's all LeBron James.
Yes.
He did all of that. So that's what he does for your city is he helps to make everything bigger and everything better. Like he does. His impact on a local economy cannot be argued with.
No.
I just think the optics of this just does not look good. It's not about, yeah, you're right. This is something we heard 2-3 years ago, whispers of this. We did hear about that. No question. I heard about it. I don't want to hear about this from you, especially when your team sucks and you're a giant reason why it sucks. Not the fact that you're not your on-court.
Well, hold on. To address your other point about the Westbrook, John Wall thing, that's inexcusable. I can't defend that whatsoever. You didn't want Westbrook. I didn't want Westbrook. I want John Wall even less than I wanted Westbrook.
Yeah.
Like, John Wall, the injuries have derailed him. That's what has killed John Wall. It isn't because John Wall sucks.
Agreed.
The injuries have crushed his.
Yeah, we don't know if he'll ever get back to John Wall 5 years ago. Like funeral suits John Wall.
In a league full of athletic freaks, he was the athletic freak.
Yeah, I completely agree.
He'll never get back to that point in time, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be hard pressed.
He's got to be in his early to mid 30s by now.
He is. He's like, I think he's 31.
He's that all right,
so
he's on the other side. He's on the other side of 30.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get that back. And at $40+ million a year, I don't want that because he has a max contract.
And can you blame Rob Pelinka for saying no to this now? Like, are you kidding me? You guys, we're in a situation right now because of you two clowns. You wanted Westbrook here. I did that because apparently he thought they needed more shooting. He wanted to get Buddy Hield in there to play alongside them for another shooter, someone LeBron could dish to. Makes sense? They're the ones that clamored for Westbrook, allegedly. So, and now you want me to turn around and get another bad contract and bring John Wall in here?
See, this is
like, what do we do? And not just John Wall, another clutch client?
This is why I hate Rich Paul. Like, Rich Paul is ruining the NBA because he's got too much. Agents should not have sway over league personnel decisions. Doesn't matter what sport it is.
Yeah.
And then did you see that whatever what were we called? What nickname did we give Adam Silver again? Did we give him a nickname?
Yeah, you guys I forgot. It was from something from Watch of Thrones.
Pyro or something like that.
That didn't sound familiar. It was something from Watch of Thrones. It was something from not Watch of Thrones. Game of
Thrones. I'll pull it up.
I'm all getting Kanye and Jay-Z involved. Game of Thrones.
Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on, because he had some dumb comments over as far as contract enforcement over the weekend. Did you hear that?
No.
So the Pyatt Pre.
Yeah,
Pyatt.
probably pretty.
We're gonna call it Pyatt.
Yeah.
Pyatt had these comments. They asked him. I forget. He has it. You know how he has his press conference at the NBA All-Star Weekend and all that.
Mm-hmm.
The question was posed to him. I'm paraphrasing a little bit because I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but it was basically, James Harden could have faked an injury to get out of Brooklyn. We don't know if Ben Simmons was telling the truth with his mental health. How can the league, what can we do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what can you guys do to, basically make sure players honor contracts?
Right.
His answer was abysmal. Did you hear that? Did you hear his answer?
No.
His answer was basically, well, the teams and the players all want the contracts to be honored, and therefore we operate on an honor system. And basically that was that. And they asked him, well, in the future, how can you avoid that? To which he said, as a league, and this is not him, this is not me making up. This is the quote he said. As a league, we do not have a clear answer for that right now.
But in his defense, I don't know what you really can say, because this is the problem that I don't want to get off on Ben Simmons, but I'm gonna have to use it for example here. But this is the problem that he's kind of created, where we've never seen. This is unprecedented what he's done, bringing mental health in this variety. We've never had to be in a position where we had to question if a guy was really telling the truth about his mental health. We've never had to try. And now, over the weekend, there's allegedly Maya Jama is alluding to the fact that he's over his mental health issues, which, again, not good. It's like with the LeBron situation, not good for optics. It doesn't look good. Like you get traded, and a week later you're fine.
This is going to be a very, very ugly CBA negotiation.
Yeah, and we talked about this months ago. This is he really is messing things up for guys coming up in the future, because this is I feel like the straw that broke the camel's back, per se, where you had a guy who we don't know, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like we feel like this is something that he really was struggling with, based on what's happened after he left the Sixers.
The owners are going to be out for blood in those negotiations.
1,000%. 1,000%. And I mean, it's
you can't really blame them.
You're going to hear something called like the Ben Simmons rule. Something of that effect will be put in the next CBA to avoid. But I just don't like I understand it was a terrible answer Adam Silver gave, but I just don't know what you can say. Like, I know he knew the question was coming. He's a smart guy, but I don't know what you say right now, because it's first of all, it's a fluid situation. It's still ongoing. And it looks like there's it's February 21st now. There's a real possibility we see Ben Simmons shortly after the All-Star break play for the Brooklyn Nets. Something that
you're going to see him in their first game back.
And then it's just like, okay, it doesn't look good for this. Listen, here's the deal. If I was Rich Paul, I say to him, even if they were fabricating this, so to speak, say, listen, man, you can't play until March 15th, March 20th, or whatever. Just so this looks and lines up. But you also saw in the press conference, as went over last week, he wasn't prepared to answer any of those questions at all. So it's a mess. It's a mess for the Simmons camp. It's a mess for Adam Silver. I expect him to have better answers about this over the summer, when they really take time to sit down and the situation's over and figure out ways to resolve it. Because he'll be asked about this again going to the training camp next year. He'll be asked about this question. He'll ask the question again. And I feel like he'll have a better handle on it, because it'll be over with the Simmons stuff. But it's still fluid right now.
Now you don't think there's any way he sees that money back, right?
No, not now. No, no, absolutely not. No, because and another thing too is the fact that it's a he said she said with him and the Sixers because he's saying they knew and they're saying no, we didn't. You didn't say anything else to October. He's now trying to take this back to before the season ended in Atlanta because that has to be his case because if he says yeah this all started over the summer, that doesn't look good for optics either for him. So he's now taking it back to before. But again, like Stephen A. said, then why did you ask for a trade? Why didn't you just ask for time off? If you were having these issues, why didn't you say, guys, I need some time off? He never asked for time off. He has to be traded. And then everything that came, and then what really kills him is everything that came out of all the reasons why he didn't want to play for the Sixers. Because again, he thought this was going to be over before training camp, and then it turned into what it turned into. But yeah, I don't know. I want to get a tangent with him because, like, that's been well documented. But LeBron stuff, like I said, it just doesn't. You're right. We knew about this, but it just doesn't look good for optics when your team's playing this terrible. You are a huge reason off the court why they're this bad because you have helped construct this roster. On the court, yeah, you're performing up to your standards. You're playing very, very good basketball. Can't argue about anything you're doing on the court. However, everything around you, you constructed those things and put those things into place. And you have set this team on absolute fire. Set them on fire. Like when you leave, the Lakers will be bad for probably about 5 years before they figure it out and get it together. And that's all your fault, by the way. You did this.
I mean, I'll meet you halfway. I have no issues with his comments on the Bronny thing, but he did set the Lakers on fire. There's no doubt about that. I mean,
a burning building, and he's like, "All right, guys, it's been real. I'll see you."
I mean, I'll definitely agree with you.
He destroyed that franchise.
I'll meet you on that one. I'll definitely meet you on that one.
Just think of the talent that's no longer there that he's directly responsible for getting rid of. Just think about that. Think about that for a second. And like, it's just wild to me that no one's talking about that aspect, that how this team is just in turmoil now because of him.
One question you have to ask yourself, though, is would the Lakers have been able to develop those players into what they became?
I don't know about Lonzo Ball because, but then again, like he took he's okay. So let's bring Ben Simmons back up again. One of the reasons why I feel like we're so frustrated with Ben Simmons, we look at guys like Lonzo Ball, who was a guy that came in the NBA with, he could pass the ball really well. He's a great defender. Couldn't shoot the ball. Jump shot he's a bad form. He deconstructed his entire form and turned himself into a pretty good jump shooter. And that's one of the reasons why the guy is frustrated with Ben Simmons is him not doing that. But so I think Lonzo needed to leave LA. I think, the pressure of playing there was too much. I think being at home wasn't good for him. New Orleans was a good start to him to get back, and then Chicago has been perfect for him. So I think he needed to leave. Brandon Ingram's a guy, though, I look at. They could use him now. But I mean, he was part of that trade for the AD trade, but Brandon Ingram's a guy that they could use now. He is a consistent 27 a game guy. Like he's a consistent, like he'll get you 27, no problem. Josh Hart, nice role player. Like he was a guy that could have helped them. Now better than anything to bring off the bench now. I'm trying to think who else. Kyle Kuzma, because he's a guy they definitely could have used now. And you gave him up for Westbrook, which you're getting nothing from. I think they gave up way too early on Montrezl Harrell. I don't know what that was about. Because he's another guy that, I mean, you're talking about a guy that was playing some really good ball with the Clippers, played a pretty good year with Washington. He's in Charlotte now, but he got traded because they're a contender, not a contender, but they're a playoff team going for it. So they traded for him. He's another guy I think they gave up on too fast. I don't know if maybe he wasn't getting along in the locker room with guys because that was weird. He didn't have a great year, his year in LA, but I also thought it just gave up on him way too soon. Alex Caruso is really killing them. That's a guy they should never like. That's a guy I shouldn't be.
Yeah,
not re-signing him.
They wanted to bring him back though. I'm not sure he wanted to come back.
No, he did. They didn't offer. They insulted him. They insulted him with the deal. They didn't offer him a good contract. They kind of poo-pooed him, and I think they thought that he wasn't going to get any big time offers, and the Bulls swooped in with a nice offer, and he was like, "Well, it's been real, guys." That was a huge loss for them. I think they underestimated how valuable he was to them. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. It's another one, and it was weird. He's a Clutch client, so I don't know how he got out of there. But him getting out of there was a bad move because he in that bubble chip run he hit a lot of big shots for them, a lot of big shots, and he's a defender.
Yeah.
So they've made a lot of missteps over the past 2 years, a lot of missteps, and now it's like I said, it's a burning building.
Yep. Real quick, Brandon Ingram is averaging 22 points this year.
Mm-hmm.
They could definitely use that.
Yeah.
And Zion Williamson is from North Carolina.
And listen, the only reason why, Southern boy, love that Southern cooking. The only reason why Brandon Ingram isn't an All-Star because there's a logjam in the West. Like he's not going to make a lot of All-Star teams, but he's a really good basketball player. He's a bucket. He's a walking, talking bucket. And like they could use something like that, especially playing. He would look real nice next to LeBron, But you gave up on him too fast. He was a young, and when he was in LA, listen, he was a young, immature kid. He was a kid. He needed to grow up, but he could have used a big bro like Bron growing up. But Bron didn't want to do that. Bron wanted that chip now. Well, you got the bubble chip, but now it's a mess over there. It's an absolute mess. But anyway, we're going to take a break. And what are we doing on the other side?
We got Juwan Howard. We got Rick Ross. We got Hank Trill.
Oh God!
And we have a talk about chopsticks apparently.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
And we got some big birthdays and big things to get to as well. Big things that we have to also get to shout out that happened over the weekend while we were off. Including a major one in the music industry.
All right, cool. Brad in the morning, Marcus Brown, Justin Emery, right back.
Looking for authentic Mexican food close to home? Great news. District Taco is just around the corner in Abington, Pennsylvania, and they'd love to fiesta with you. Offering delicious fish tacos, a California burrito stuffed with guac, steak, fries, and chipotle mayo, plus sweet, crispy churros. District Taco has it all. Try out the newest location and come back for more. Get 10% off your first in-app order with promo code BREMI10. Always fresh, always Mexican. District Taco.
Relationships can be tough, and finding that special someone can be even tougher. So when it's time to make a decision on what to do with the ring, you don't want to have that be tough too, right? Hi, I'm Marcus Brown. I'd like to talk to you guys, my friends at Vans Jewelers, located at 13 South York Road in the heart of Hatboro. Back in 2017, when I decided to get engaged, there was only one choice for me. Going into Vans Jewelers, I was quite nervous, but they put me at ease right away with their friendly staff and their easy selection. They have selections for any budget. Rings, watches, chains, earrings, you name it, they got it. They also offer free ultrasonic cleaning and stone checks on any ring. Vans Jewelers also provides cleanings while you wait every Tuesday through Friday. What else do you want? You can't beat it. Go see my friends at Vans Jewelers, located again at the heart of Hatboro, 13 South York Road.
Justin here. Let me tell you about my friends over at Beef Jerky Outlet. A family-owned business, Sharon and Michael have the best jerky around. They have a huge selection to choose from, but always make sure to try my personal favorite, the Honey Barbecue Turkey Jerky. Don't think they only have jerky for sale. They also have the best supply of sauces, marinades, and rubs for all of your new recipes. Located at 110 Lincoln Highway, right by Oxford Valley Mall. Head on over there, go in and say, yo, Justin sent me.
Every Friday, we're bringing you bits. But it's especially hilarious to me knowing what I've seen happen in McDonald's locations over the years. Hell, what I've done in McDonald's locations over the years.
Hits. Always winterize your pipes. I think that is such a funny...
And everything in between.
Nah, see, it's the opposite. You don't see it, and he was totally about eating that baby.
We are Twitty and the Brand. We're going to ruin something that you love. New episodes weekly on all your favorite podcast streamers.
Yeah, man. Welcome back, Bradman in the morning. Marcus Brown, Justin Emery.
Yo. So before we get to today's stuff, we have some things to address that happened yesterday on Sunday while we were off.
Okay.
So first off, happy 59th birthday to Charles Barkley yesterday.
Sir Charles.
The Chuckster.
The Chuckster. Never leave us, Charles.
The round
never change.
rebound.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like he's serious. He said a couple years ago 60.
Yeah, he was going to retire.
I don't know if it's still 60, but I think we're getting close. But I am comforted with the fact that Draymond Green will be a nice replacement.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he was. I watched some clip. I didn't see it in the game, but I watched clips of him yesterday, and he did a really good job. He is built in the mold of Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, we had a big one in music yesterday.
Okay.
Do you want to take a guess at what it is?
Is it a birthday? Or
No, it's music that was released
February 20th. This is around the time of In the Club.
In the Club was 2002.
Right, but I'm saying In the Club came out in like February.
No, do you want me to give you the year?
Yes.
96.
February 20th, 1996.
Yes.
I don't know.
Jay-Z releases the single Dead Presidents.
Ooh. Big time record.
Told you yesterday we had a big one.
It's a big record right there.
But then today we have some birthdays to give out real quick.
Okay.
We have Jordan Peele. Happy birthday, Jordan Peele.
Are you going to check out that movie?
What movie?
Come out with? It's what is it called? Nope. It's basically this ranch, and it's like cowboys, and they have it's like an alien attack. I think they showed a commercial at the Super Bowl, and it looks crazy.
And what's it called?
Nope.
There you go. Jennifer Love Hewitt, happy birthday.
Yeah, who wasn't in love with J Love at one point in their lives?
That's fair. The late John Lewis, happy birthday to him.
Okay.
And then we got some events that happened as well.
Okay.
Obviously, February is kind of a downtime for sports, but in this day, 1931, baseball plays their first exhibition night game.
Okay.
Yeah. 1948, NASCAR is founded.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a NASCAR guy, but I know.
Going is fun. If you ever have a chance to go to a race, it's fun. I've never been on NASCAR, but I've been to a racetrack. It's a lot of fun.
I've been to the Vegas Raceway, Speed Raceway before.
Yeah, I don't understand watching it on TV.
No,
that's something I would never want to do. But I could definitely go to a race and have a good time. Did you see Ice Cube perform at NASCAR a couple weeks ago?
I did not, but I will go back and look that up after.
There were some people confused, but some people were vibing. It was a mixed crowd of confusion and vibing.
Doesn't Jordan have a? Doesn't Jordan own a NASCAR team?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think. I mean, listen, I don't know much about this, but I feel like he's affiliated with Bubba Wallace.
I don't know.
I feel like he's affiliated with Bubba Wallace. I think that's who Bubba Wallace is on his team. I think so, but no, I could be wrong.
1953, the longest collegiate basketball game, 6 overtimes.
Wow. Some rubber legs after that one.
Imagine having to cover that game.
Nope.
Here's one that you would probably have a conniption if you were coaching this.
Okay.
1979, 2 girls basketball teams played 4 scoreless quarters against each other. In the 4th overtime, it finally ended 4-2.
No, I don't want to be there. If I was coaching the team, I'd leave. All right, guys, you guys handle it. I don't need to be here for this.
That's some out. That's some out.
How old are these girls?
I've ever heard it. What was that?
How old are these girls?
High school.
No, that's bad.
And this wasn't prehistoric times. This was in the late 70s.
Nah, that's not good. You can't have that.
Not good.
My seventh graders are averaging 25 a game.
Listen, what would you do?
I'll be out. I gotta go.
Yeah. Would
Yeah.
you
Can't leave.
what would you have? What message would you have for the team at the next practice or game?
So obviously, you guys don't understand the concept of basketball. It's very important. The ball enters the net. That's a crucial part of the game.
Which are you more mad at the team that scored 2 or the team that scored 4?
It's definitely a team that scored 2. Like, how do you like? Well, I mean, listen, we almost shut out a team this year. We came within like a minute and a half of shutting out a team this year. We were up. We ended the third quarter. We were up 20-0. They actually shut the scoreboard off for the fourth quarter, so the kids didn't have to look at it and feel bad about themselves.
That's great.
We beat them silly.
That's great.
We
That's
beat them
great. And then we got one more fact for today from the world of music.
Okay.
Dolly Parton releases 9 to 5.
Great
in
song.
1981.
Dolly Parton crawled so Taylor Swift could walk. Like that whole, like, well, no, I'll put it this way. Dolly Parton crawled so Garth Brooks could walk so Taylor Swift could run. That whole, like, country pop vibe, like, Dolly started that. And, like, to her detriment, like, there was a lot of people that were not happy with her trying to popularize country music. The way it was being done at that point, the country western, and her, like, 9 to 5 was a pop single. That would have much more of a pop feel to it. Obviously Jolene, yeah, she definitely knocked down those walls for people like, especially Taylor Swift. But I guess you could put Garth Brooks in there too. But really, Taylor Swift owes a lot to Dolly Parton and saying and showing you that, yeah, it can be done. You can transition from country and be a huge pop star. Oh, Shania Twain, she's another one that did it. Not as well as Taylor Swift, but she definitely did that also.
And I was wrong. We actually have one more from the sports world. 1985. The biggest in-person attendance at a single NBA game. Almost 45,000 in an NBA arena.
What arena was this?
This was when I don't know when when did they build the Palace in Detroit?
The Palace in Auburn Hills was after, I believe, like the first championship. It was like late. It was like 89, 90, 91. So the Pontiac Silverdome.
Is that what was before it?
Yep. The Pontiac Silverdome.
It was
played there. The Pistons played there.
It was Hawks at Pistons was the game.
That place was so weird. Like, go YouTube an old game from the Pontiac Silverdome. First of all, they had to like block off like half because half the seats wouldn't make sense for an NBA arena. So like it was wild, but the atmosphere was crazy because like they were able to get so many people in there. It's like Syracuse. Syracuse used the Carrier Dome for years for their games, and they have like 65,000 people in there. It was ridiculous. That's what how many people at a basketball game.
No, that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. So yeah, but like the Pontiac Silverdome. You see those great Pistons Celtics games with McHale and Bird. The one where Lambeer jumps on Bird's head and throws him backwards, and they start brawling on the ground. Then the following game, this would never happen today, but this is what the NBA was in that era. Robert Parrish decides that I'm just gonna punch out Bill Lambier. I don't care. I'm just gonna punch him out. Like it's happening. The ball's not. He turns around and gives Lambeer like a 5-piece McNugget to the head. And literally, this is what happens afterwards. They get separated. Lambeer's bleeding from his face. Parrish doesn't get ejected. I think it's like a technical. And then they just keep playing. You pull that clip up. It's hilarious. He literally just turns around, goes, punches him out in the middle of the game. Punches the man out. Like it was crazy.
Well, you know the video of I don't know who he dunks on, but where Shaq dunks on the guy and then shoves him to the ground.
Yes. Yeah.
I saw somebody tweet that video out and was like, "This is what's going to happen the first time Simmons dunks on Embiid." Oh, no, I'm sorry, the other way around. Embiid.
Embiid dunks on Simmons. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, that just literally punches the man out in the middle of the game. Like just turns around and just goes. I think literally it was like the first minute of the game. Like he came out of the locker room was like, I'm knocking this man out today. Like it's like when the ball is tipped off, it's up. Bow, 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 punched. And like you don't like NBA fights usually are silly because like no one usually connects. Oh, not Robert Parrish. He hit that man square in the head at least 5 to 6 times. Like, and then Bill Laimbeer had to wear this goofy face mask for the rest of. Like everyone hated Bill Laimbeer.
Oh, I know who he. I'm
familiar. Yeah, he's one of the most hated NBA players. Like Charles Barkley punched him out in a game when the Sixers, one of the rare times the Sixers were good in the '90s. The Sixers actually clinched the Atlantic Division against Detroit in Detroit, and Rick Mahorn, who had played for Detroit, ended up with the Sixers. Bump and thump. They called him Barkley, and Laimbeer and Mahorn spread words. Barkley comes over and just with a right cross, right across Laimbeer's eye, knocks him completely to the ground. It like the 90s in the NBA, the late 80s and 90s in the NBA was a wild place. It was just a wild place.
The NBA put out a video for Charles Barkley's birthday yesterday. A happy birthday video for him.
Yeah.
Like every other clip is him fighting with somebody.
Yeah. Barkley wasn't playing games. He was getting involved. The best when he busted Shaq in the back of the head with the basketball. Like I think it's my favorite Barkley fight clip where he's hit Shaq at full speed in the back of the head with a basketball, and Shaq turned around like, "What?" Yeah, that's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I'll never forget that fight with Laimbeer and I mean, want to call it a fight because it was just so random.
It was a mugging.
It was. It really was. And Parrish is a big dude. Like Parrish is like 7 foot. The Chief, they used to call him the 7 foot. Like Parrish looks like a brawler. I can imagine that hurt a lot Laimbeer's face. Like that was like he was hitting him with some haymakers. Just his arms were. I thought he was gonna tear his rotator cuff. He was back here.
Nobody wants to get punched in the face.
No, that's never the goal.
Like that. Like you never want to like. If I can go to bed at night and I didn't get punched in the face, the day was an overall success.
Yes. Yeah, it's important. No one wants that.
No. So, speaking about punching people in the face.
Yeah, let's just go right to that to Juwan Howard and Michigan versus Wisconsin. So set the scene for us.
So there's about a minute or so left in the game, a little under a minute. Wisconsin's up by 15. They have an all-bench defense or all-bench lineup out on the court against Michigan's starters.
Yeah.
Michigan is incorporating a full-court press. Wisconsin doesn't want to put – now, you got to understand. I mean, you get it. I'm not saying you, Mark, but like people got to understand.
Yeah.
The guys that ride the bench in college, like they look great at LA Fitness. Make no mistake about it.
Right.
But when it comes to actual college games, these are not guys that see a lot of minutes that you don't want playing a lot.
Right.
So he didn't want to put those guys at risk of making mistakes. Basically, they don't want to lose the game.
I mean, yeah, the game's still like. See, when I first heard about this, I didn't watch the game. When I first heard about this, I assumed Michigan was up. I'm sorry, Michigan was down by like 30, 35, 40.
15.
Like 15, I forget the year. We talked about this a little briefly on the phone yesterday. I remember Duke was down like 11 with like a minute to go and came back and won the game. Especially in college. Weird things can happen like that in college. Things can get away from you fast. Not so much in the NBA. NBA, a 10 to 15 point lead generally is safe in the last minute unless you're Tracy McGrady. But like generally speaking, it's a safe place. College, not so much. That could get weird because then the college rules, you have the 1-and-1 to start when you're in the bonus. You don't get the 2 automatically. So you miss that front of the 1-on-1. We get down and we score quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It can spiral.
Yeah, so he calls the timeout to basically reset. I guess it's the clock to get the ball across half court or whatever it is. He calls a timeout so he can reset the clock, kind of regroup everything,
right,
and go back out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was enough time, I guess, for them to really milk the clock by resetting it.
Right.
And that's what he took exception to. So they're in the handshake line after the game, shaking. And Juwan Howard is clear. Now, I've actually seen video of a different angle since you and I had spoke.
Mm-hmm.
And Juwan Howard doesn't want any parts of this guy.
Right.
And he's trying to just stop him to be like, hey, I guess no bad blood. I don't want to, I don't want to have any issues with you moving forward. So he kind of grabs him like the forearm to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Juwan Howard grabs his arm back, says, "Don't effing touch me. Don't effing touch me, or we're gonna have a problem." Assistant coaches, and whatnot.
Right.
Don't really know what was said amongst them, but Juwan Howard, who's a big man, by the way.
Yeah. If you guys don't remember, he's a legend at Michigan.
Yes.
Played for the legendary Fab Five, one of the most popular basketball teams of all time. He's a good 6'10".
Yes.
You saw him; he's towering over this guy.
Yeah, and the head coach of Wisconsin is kind of like backing away and just having words.
Yeah.
There's some assistant coach. I don't know who his name is for Wisconsin.
I had his name. I'll pull it up real quick. You can keep going.
Yeah, he's getting very animated with Juwan Howard over this. And Howard connects a right open hand. Slap, push, punch. What would you call that? I think
looked very stiff. Like it came out like this. Like those Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah, it was almost
came out.
It was almost like a stiff arm slap.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Like,
now the name I got is it's Greg Gard. Is that the head coach?
He's the head coach. Yeah. No.
Okay. So I gotta find the assistant coach. I thought I had it.
Greg Gard, he's the head coach. So he connects this like stiff arm size slap to the assistant coach's head. And then it just becomes a melee. Players going wild.
Yeah.
And
this is where it gets dangerous.
Yeah. Then the big man for Wisconsin comes number 33. I don't know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He just runs in. He just starts doing what a 7-footer does when
haymakers.
Not hate, but just like physically moving whole bodies out of the way because he's 7 feet tall and everybody else isn't.
It turned into like a Royal Rumble.
Yes,
so to speak. It looked like a brawl.
And then I don't know who it was. I guess he's the captain of whoever the Wisconsin team is. I think he's number 21. He just kept. First off, listen, man, you're a guard. Okay, you're a little white guy. I don't know if you should be in the middle of trying to reignite that whole thing because he kept trying to get past the security to get at the Michigan players. And at that point in time, like, what are you doing? Like the security.
Yeah, that's kind of stuff for show. That's like those reality TV shows where the security's standing off the side and you act like you're running over. Because like I always said in those reality, like if I was on a reality show, right, and I really had a problem with someone, I'm gonna be like, yo, these cameras turn off like 3 a.m. I'm gonna come find you. That's the conversation, and we'll figure this out off camera. And when you show up with the confessional, the black eye next day, don't be out here snitching. That's how I'll handle it. But these people don't really want to fight when they're doing it. We've all seen it. We've been at bars before. Security is right there. So now you're poking the chest. I'm gonna get at you. Like it's funny. Like, have those guys. A lot of guys get tougher when security gets like this close to them. Like all of a sudden now you're a tough guy. Like you were in my face for like 5 minutes, didn't do anything, and now all of a sudden security's here. Now all of a sudden here you go. Now you want to be tough.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
I had an incident. Well, I was just there. I didn't have an incident. Well, like it wasn't because of me. I was just present. And one of my friends knocked out 3 of the security officers there, 3 of the security guards at a place.
What?
Yeah, so we were in college and we were at this bar and there was an altercation between my friend and someone else, and the security stepped in and the security guard basically knocked my friend's phone out of his hand, broke his phone on the floor, and like grabbed him to throw him out. He just didn't realize that he was grabbing the wrong kind of person though. So he gets into an altercation with them, smokes the security guard and knocks him out. Second guy comes over, starts scrapping with him, hits him, knocks him out too. Third guy comes over, gets into it with them, same thing, smokes him, knocks him too. Now the real police have showed up.
Oh boy.
They review the videotape and see that the guy like knocked my friend's phone out of his hand, made the head of security apologize to him, and then walked us out.
They go to instant replay?
They were like, that my friend was like, listen, it's all on camera. Like, go run the security tapes. Like, I was standing here minding my own business, and then I just had to go in. The cops went in, reviewed the security tape, and the cops escorted us off the property and was like, all right, you guys have a great night.
Oh, all right. That's nice.
Yeah. We're one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
Sounds it.
And
but anyway.
And this was like, I summed it, like, this entire incident occurred over the span of maybe like 15 to 20 seconds. Like, it was a very quick incident.
If you do it right, fight shouldn't last long.
No. But
I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I don't want to be scrapping for 15 minutes.
No.
2 minutes.
Tiring.
I got about 2 minutes in me. I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible.
Like, there's no wonder by the 12th round these fighters are exhausted.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's no.
I don't care how much you train. You're not what's around 3 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that.
That's
like, you're not meant to be physically fighting for 30 plus minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't care who you are.
No one's conditioned that way.
But real quick, back to the Juwan Howard thing. What's your take on the punishment?
Suspensions. I think a suspension is warranted. I think one game definitely needs to happen because you can't have, because it's a dip. Like, if this was in the NBA, I honestly think they should just whatever. Just don't do that again. But these are college kids and these are kids still. They're learning, and it's a bad example when you're the adult in the room to like react this way for both sides. It's a bad way for adults to conduct themselves around kids, because you're basically showing these 18, 19-year-old kids this is how you handle your problems. And like, I'm sure there's a lot of emotions. I'm sure obviously Juwan Howard was frustrated with the loss. Get it. Both sides were frustrated. Emotions got involved, but you just can't handle your problem like this. I know, for instance, for me, coaching the girls in 7th grade, I had some issues with referees, some really bad calls, but I knew these kids are watching me. I got impressionable 12-year-old girls out here. I can't be out here acting a whole fool. So I handled my issues with the refs, but I conducted myself like a gentleman because I didn't want them to pick up those bad habits. Because now, what did you do? So you throw that punch down, right? And he also said, well, Juwan Howard's also saying that the assistant coach threw the first punch. Like, that's how that's why he threw that punch.
That's not true. Just go review the tape.
I don't know. That's what he's saying. So I just wanted to put that out there, that he is saying that the assistant coach threw the first punch. But look what happened. You throw a punch down, and now all hell breaks loose. You got your side going at it. And these are a bunch of kids. These aren't adults. They aren't thinking like that. And it's just it just doesn't look good just for the optics. Big word. We're the day optics. Doesn't look good for the optics. Michigan's basically an all black team. Wisconsin's basically an all white team. It just doesn't look good. It's bad. It's all bad. So, I don't understand. I'm trying to understand where Juwan Howard is coming from with this timeout situation, because at the end of the day, I know the unwritten rules of basketball, and I remember, I don't know if you remember this, a couple years ago, Dario Saric. I think the Sixers were playing the Pistons. I don't know. I don't remember who they were playing. They were playing someone.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of the game, Dario Saric shoots a layup, and the game was in doubt. And I don't know who the dude was, but he was not happy. And he took a basketball and bounced off the back of Dario's head. Yeah. And Dario was confused. Embiid went over and got in the middle. He's like, hey, he doesn't understand that stuff. Like, he wasn't trying to be disrespectful. You can see Embiid mouthing. He doesn't understand. He's not from here. He doesn't get it. But obviously it was a valuable lesson to Dario that we don't do this here in America. You dribble clock out. You don't score when you know the game's over. And I understood where I forget who it was. I understood where he was coming from and things of that nature. Like, if you're up 25, 30 seconds to go and you're calling timeouts, running plays, that's disrespectful. This up 12-15, a minute to go. It's a Big Ten game. I don't know. And then you got your bench guys in there. They don't know what they're doing. And you're trying to keep your starters out. Give you guys some playing time. And honestly, he might have just been using it as just a teachable moment. Coaching them up. I don't know. It's hard, but I think one game is what they should get. They both guys should be suspended one game and then move on. Let's forget about it. Something needs to be done. I think one game is good enough. No one needs to lose their job over this. I think one game is fair.
Initially, I thought that they should fire him. When it first happened on TV, I was like, oh, man, well, there goes your job.
Yeah.
I have since moved off of that. I would suspend. Is Michigan a tournament team?
I need to look at that. I'll look at that record. I'll tell you.
I would suspend him until the tournament.
That's aggressive. I don't know if I'm doing all that.
Well, you got to think about
it.
Hold on, because you got to think about it. We're a week away. We're 2 weeks away from the tournament. 2.5 weeks. So, how many games do you play? 3 to 4 games a week.
Well, you got the Big Ten tournament.
Well, no, I wouldn't suspend him for any postseason. I would just suspend him the remainder of the regular season. What's that?
No, Michigan's not having a good year.
Oh, they're not.
Listen, they can still go on.
What's the record?
They're 8-7. Wait, no, I'm sorry. No. They're 14-11. So 14-11 is
20. That's 25 games. They play 30.
That's bubble. If they can get to 18-19 and they do well in the Big Ten tournament, they could possibly be a bubble team.
So they play 30 games in a season. They've already played 25. So you suspend him 5 games. I got no problem with suspending him for 5 games the remainder of the regular season. He can coach in the Big Ten championship. If they make it to March Madness, he can coach in the bracket. I have no problem with that. But I'd suspend him the remainder of 5 games of the regular season.
Yeah, but what are you doing for the other side? Because I feel like
they have matching penalties.
Okay, if you're going to do that for both,
but I wouldn't suspend. But I wouldn't suspend the head coach of Wisconsin because he didn't do anything. I would suspend the assistant who got into it with him.
Listen, I don't know what that head coach was saying, Juwan Howard. I have no idea what he was saying. I need to see and know what he was saying.
No, I've heard it. All he says is, hey, I want to talk to you for a second. Let me tell you about it. And that's when he grabs his arm. And Juwan Howard says, get the F off me. Because I've heard there was a different camera angle that it caught. He goes, hey, I want to talk to you. Let me tell you what happened.
Yeah.
And Juwan Howard's just like, get the F off me. Get the F away from me. He didn't say anything. Now, the assistant coach, obviously he was in the wrong or he did something.
Right.
Reaction. But I don't blame the head coach of Wisconsin for it. The head coach himself did nothing wrong. The only thing he did is that he grabbed Juwan Howard by the arm to stop him, which there was a lot of people saying some wild things about that on the Bluebird app yesterday. But he wanted to get his attention and explain himself. I don't think I really have much of an issue with that deal.
I wouldn't be touching anybody. If you know someone's upset with you, I wouldn't don't touch him.
I'm saying, do you have an issue with him trying to explain himself to him?
Trying to explain, I don't, because listen, at the end of the day, as coaches,
just like you said, this isn't the NBA. This is they do the handshake line at the end of every NCAA game,
right?
So
and coaches, but even in the NBA, coaches usually maybe do a handshake talk. So they were going to meet. I don't think you should have grabbed him. That probably wasn't the best thing to do. When you know someone's upset with you, a man, don't grab them. Don't touch them. Shouldn't do that. Bad idea. You could have very easily just said, hey, listen, man, can we talk about what happened? You didn't need to put your hands on them. Then it go to another place with dudes talking. So I think that was poor judgment. And what happens after that, it just goes off the rails from there. But like, I wouldn't have grabbed his arm. Like, I wouldn't have done that. That wasn't smart. Hands to yourself. Hands to yourself. Hands to yourself at all times. I would have kept.
At the end of the day, you still can't be punching people in the head.
No, you can't. Look, it was bad. It was a bad reaction, and something definitely needs to be done especially because of what happened afterwards with all the kids getting involved. That could have really ended really badly. With all of them, it really could have been really bad. Luckily, no one got seriously hurt. Everyone walked away okay, but it was a wild thing to come across the timeline on a very peaceful Sunday. Yeah, I went to the grocery store yesterday. I love seeing like all the dads are out now because football season's over.
Oh yeah,
all the dads are getting it all in now, trying to doing the grocery shopping, all that stuff now. Yeah, yesterday for me it was funny because like Amber was doing some stuff around the house, and we always do our grocery shopping on Sundays, and she usually goes because Sundays usually I'm working. So she's like doing stuff like, oh yeah, I gotta go to the grocery store, and she's like, oh, like we gotta pick up the kids' friends. I was like, oh, I'll do it. She's like, really? I was like, yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
You got nothing to do.
I was in the car all day, and it was nice because like it kept me, because I didn't know what I was going to do in my day. I didn't know what my day looked like yesterday. I had nothing planned, so I was out of the house from like 11 or 12 to like 3. It's awesome. Just doing it because I actually do enjoy the art of grocery shopping. I don't know why. I like throwing things in my cart. I enjoy it. And then but the kids love when I go grocery shopping because like I don't give a F. Like I'll get random stuff that I'm like, oh, I think they'll like this. Look at this. Like I got some new stuff for them to try for breakfast. Yeah, let's try this. Like Amber's not like that. Amber's strict to the list. That's it. Like Dad's. I'm notorious for going to the grocery store and spending probably a good 75 to 100 over the list of just random things I'm thinking that they'll like. Wow. Like literally yesterday, she opens the freezer and stuff. She's like, see, this is why you don't go to the grocery store. And Ness was like, well, I love when he goes to the grocery store because this is what happens. I came home with a party cake ice cream. It's not even for me because I don't even usually eat ice cream like that. But like, I'm like, yeah, I think of the kids. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Let's see if you like this. Yeah. I got the Meat Lovers breakfast burrito for the kids in the morning. Bacon, egg, sausage.
Well, so I would want you to go food shopping before like an event then. Like,
yeah. Yeah, you do.
I want you to go food shopping for like so if you're having like the Super Bowl spread that we just had, what's your top 3 items individually off the Super Bowl spread, whether you're getting them made or you're getting them bought? If you're designing it, because you sound like the person who I need to design it. Maybe not necessarily make it, but to bring
both. But either way, we're good. But I think the crock pot has to be running on Super Bowl Sunday. I think that's important. Okay. I personally like the roast beef in the crock pot. You can do meatballs in there if you want.
Hot roast beef sandwich?
Hot roast beef sandwich and crock pot is a staple for Super Bowl Sunday for me. Because I want to be able to have something that I could just run back and forth to and just get after it. I think that's important.
And I don't want you to count, like, don't count chips and dip and stuff. Like, we're talking.
What about dips like you make?
No, all right, I'm just saying, like, I don't mean,
sliders. I think sliders are a good one.
Okay.
I like good slider. Let me see what else did we do? I'm trying to think what we did. We had a lot of stuff out there. And then after that, after those two, I think those are like your 2 mains. Now I'm gonna build around with like my dips and like my sides, like a taco dip. But I like for the Super Bowl, I said to Amber, because Amber makes taco dip. It's really good the way she makes it. But I was like, you know what? I want meat in a taco dip this year. I want meat because like I'm a meat guy. So like she actually did the taco meat, and we used here's a cheat code. Fritos scoops.
Yeah, you were saying.
Fritos scoops. They are enormous. They're boats and they hold so much.
They're sturdy.
Yeah, they're sturdy. They're not going anywhere. The circumference in that middle gives you so much room to get everything in there. I actually do. I do nacho boats. I tell you about the nacho boats.
You did.
Yeah, that's. But I mean, that's meticulous and takes a long time to construct. But anyway, yeah, stuff like that. But the crock pot, I think, needs to be running. And then you got the wings.
No.
Wings are important, which either you could do homemade if you want, or just go out and grab some. But those things are important to me. But the hot roast beef or a hot turkey or a meatball in the crock pot, something crock pot needs to be happening Super Bowl Sunday.
So I did not when I said that while you were giving me your list, I was formulating mine in my head.
Uh-huh.
I did not have roast beef on there.
Hot roast beef is
It needs to be.
luxurious.
So with that being said, I'm amending my top 3 to include 4. Okay, because I can't leave out the roast beef.
Yeah,
It has to be in there.
it's awesome.
And I'm a sandwich guy. What's that?
With the au jus,
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
so good.
The provolone on there, get it melted.
Provi, yep.
So it's a good selection by you that I'm adopting on my own table as well. Then I'm a big Primos guy. I'm a big sandwich guy.
Yeah, me too.
I got to get me some turkey Diablo.
And
Get big 2-footer and get it sliced up.
yeah.
That's what you got to go. Doing that. Let's see. I'm also going to go with the dips like you have.
Mhm.
Big taco. And now, have you ever had the taco dip that has like the lettuce and the olives on top?
No, I haven't done olives now.
Haven't had it.
Amber does it. It's like cream cheese, taco seasoning, taco cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and it might be something else in there. I don't know, but like that's basically the gist of how it makes it.
Yeah, various dip size that you said. Oh no, also it has to have Sarah's mom's cheesesteak stromboli. I've said that. I've told you about this before. That needs to be on there.
Solid.
Top shelf, overloaded with meat, overloaded with cheese,
As it should be.
with the onions inside.
Do you dip it or you just? Oh, did you have sauce in? Oh, the stromboli have sauce in it. Never mind.
No.
There's no sauce in there?
It's just it's a cheesesteak stromboli.
So it's a cheesesteak calzone because there's no sauce.
No. Well, the sauce is on the side. You're dipping the sauce on the side.
Yeah, it's calzone.
But it's.
I prefer. I'm a calzone man.
I am a calzone. I mean,
I don't like strombolis as much. I don't like the sauce inside. I want the cheese and things.
the thing is, are we talking the only difference between a calzone and stromboli is the sauce?
Yes.
That's it. Well,
Only
then it would classify as a cheesesteak calzone.
Yeah, which
The
is
way you look at it, it's top shelf. Top.
I'm out of water right now thinking about it. Sounds awesome.
She made it for the Super Bowl, and I ate the rest of it.
I'm not mad at you for that.
I mean,
Now, what are you dipping it in? You doing ketchup or what are you doing? Are you doing a primo dip?
so I'll be honest with you. I eat it so fast. There's not really much need for a dip, just
Gotcha.
because of the speed of which I eat it. But there was you had your choices. You had your choice of if you wanted marinara.
Okay.
You had your choice of ketchup. You had your choice if you wanted like an onion ring type dip. You had different options.
Yo, have you ever had spicy ketchup?
Oh, of course I have.
Next level.
Of course I have.
That's grown up ketchup. That's big boy ketchup.
This Saturday when we're at the jerky outlet, you're gonna have to try to get some of their bacon ketchup.
In?
Yes,
In.
you need that.
I'm bringing the U-Haul truck, Justin.
I will be there Saturday.
I'm
with a
back
lot
on
of-
up the U-Haul truck.
I plan to spend a lot of money there.
I'm hoping to get some free things. I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah, me too.
Sharon, if you're listening,
Yes,
I will take free things.
yes.
And I am planning to spend some money also.
I'm planning to
It's
spend.
gonna be a combination of both.
Yes,
And I'm getting all the lemon pepper garlic, all of it. I want every bottle.
I don't even know if I'm going to get any of that. How much of the jerky I'm even going to get? I want.
Yeah, no, real like facts. Like I love the jerky, I do, but those rubs, and spicy,
it is
I
the
eat that
best.
for life.
I will preface it by saying it is the best jerky I've ever had in my life.
Oh, I don't think I told you.
No.
I use the tailgate steak.
Tailgate barbecue,
No, that's not it. The steak one, campfire steak.
campfires. Oh,
I use that with turkey burgers. Delicious.
I actually used that on steak last week, and it too was delicious.
Yeah, I need to get some steak to put it on steak, but I love that blend. There's a little spice to it, which I liked, but not too much spice.
It has heavy black pepper in it.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I will say I put a little too much on there. That was my fault.
The thing is,
It was really good.
have you used the award-winning barbecue yet, like the reddish one?
No, but I want to. That's the only one I haven't used yet.
Okay, so make sure that you're very liberal with that
Okay,
because it will.
that's good to know.
It will crisp up real nice on the outside.
That's good to know.
Make sure that you're very liberal when you're.
I wish they had like what needs to happen now is with rubs and spices. We need a disclaimer on the bottle of how much like do I go in like with an 8 or I go in with like a 2 because they all hit differently.
Yes.
Like for instance, I made more turkey burgers. I put the fajita rub on there and it didn't take as well. I could
you
more.
gotta load the fajita up.
Right, but because of my campfire steak incident, I didn't load up, and that's where like I don't like that
Mexican burger.
What's that?
A Mexican burger. I like your.
Yeah. So like
now here's the real
man.
question: would you have made that on a tortilla?
Like a quesadilla burger?
Yes.
Now I will. No, I didn't think about that, but now I Oh man.
No,
That
what if you make a cheese quesadilla, cut it in half, and use that for the bun?
We gotta go. Marketing everywhere. I gotta get out of here. I need to get to the grocery store right now.
The thing is, I'm kind of talking myself into doing that too.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
You know, Applebee's does a quesadilla burger,
Mhm.
but it's too small. Like it's a great idea.
Like,
I need more of everything.
what you could do is you could hit it the quesadilla,
Yeah.
make just cheese. You don't want to load too much in the actual bun itself. Just do a cheese, spice it up, cut that in half.
Yeah.
Let that be your bun.
Yeah.
Make your burger and hit it with all your various toppings. Top it with some salsa. Bang.
Queso.
You can even do a little bit of sour cream if you want.
Oh my gosh, this is next level. I'm so glad we had this conversation.
Me too.
I don't know if it's going to happen today, but it's happening sometime soon.
I expect pictures when you do
It's
it.
a beautiful day today. Did you know that it's 60 degrees today?
It's supposed to be 60 today, tomorrow, and Wednesday.
Love it.
Yeah. I might be going. I may go. I gotta get a new car.
I might go for a brisk walk today.
Yeah, so I cleaned out my car over the weekend. 'Cause
Mhm.
I need to get a new car. And
Are you doing that soon?
I'm probably gonna. I mean,
Big day in a young man's life.
what's that?
It's a big day in a young man's life, the new vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, like I bought new cars before. Like it's not like the first.
Right, but is there any greater feeling than driving a car off the lot with that smell?
Oh no,
and
absolutely.
that first drive.
But I'm thinking about taking advantage of the 60-degree days to do some test drives.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm thinking about doing.
What are you thinking about? What are your ideas you have?
I'm gonna get either a Forester or a Crosstrek.
So you're staying in the Subaru family.
Yeah, I've had 2 Subarus already in my life. They were both very good to me, and they both lasted for forever. So there's no reason for me to deviate the course.
You know, Subarus are the safest vehicle for children.
Really?
Yeah, like they have like their safety features are like top notch for kids.
Really? Yeah. They I mean, my car has almost 170,000 miles on it. Okay.
Wow, you've had that long? Oh, that's right. But you do a lot of cross country driving.
I did. But still, it has 167,000 miles.
What are you doing with the car? Are you trading it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially because I just put new tires on that mofo back around.
Oh, privately.
Nah, I'm just going to trade it in because right now, like a lot of the car is still in pretty good to really good condition. So what they're going to be able to do is to dissect that and put it into like their other cars because of the shortage of cars and all that. The value of my trade-in has gone up if I take it to the dealership. So I'm definitely going to take it to, and that way I don't, because if I sell it privately, who knows? Is it going to take me a month to sell it? Is it going to take me 6 months to sell it? If I take it to the dealership and get a new car and drop that one off,
you'll
on the same day I get my car. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But I found $16 in change in my car.
Nice.
So definitely going to do the pop shot after the show today.
There you go.
At the
Pop it up.
Oh, I think. Well, I know the kids are off from school today, so maybe
They'll be around. We can challenge them.
I may wait until Wednesday because the thing is, me and stay-at-home moms are like huge adversaries.
What?
Yes.
I'm gonna need more.
So we do a morning show.
Correct.
We're done our work day most days by noon.
Yes. Usually even earlier.
Usually even earlier. But I'm saying by the time it's posted and edited and
where you're going with this.
promoted and all that, most it's done by noon.
Yeah, I see where we're going with this.
So I have my whole day to do whatever I want to do.
Nice. It's a nice feeling.
Oh, it's a great feeling. I mean, does it suck kind of working early in the morning? Yeah, but the feeling that you're done early,
Yes.
sign me up all the time.
Yeah.
So I encounter a lot of stay-at-home moms while I'm out and about during the day, during the week.
Yeah.
And they always give me the stare. Do you know what the stare is?
You in here?
Why aren't you at work?
You should just walk by. I do a morning show. I do a morning show.
Already done.
Morning show.
But so I encounter that a lot. So I was assuming that the kids will be at school if I go during the week because I have my days free during the week.
Yeah.
I can go to the mall at noon on a Monday.
Not a big deal.
I should have the place to myself. So that's why I was specifically waiting because, like I said, I was there on a Saturday and it was mobbed.
Right.
That's why I was waiting for today. Figured I'd go to the food. They got a bunch of new barbecue places in the Willow Grove food court, by the way.
Ooh.
And they put a burger place in.
I love that. What's the name of that Asian cuisine spot?
Master Walk.
I think it's Master Walk, where they're chopping up everything right there in front of
Master
you.
Walk.
Master Walk, bro. The portions at Master Walk are different. Different. Wait a minute. Didn't I meet you at the Willow Grove? Was that you? That I met you at the Willow Grove? We had lunch. We at Master Walk a couple years ago.
I don't recall, but I wouldn't put it past us.
I feel like we did that, but I don't know why we were there. I met you there for something.
It very well could have
Why
been.
was I meeting you at the Willow Grove Mall? I don't know why we did that.
I mean, we both lived it. We both.
Yeah,
lived
I was like 5 minutes away, but I don't know what the occasion was, but I think that was you.
Very well could have been. I
think
mean,
you were my last Master Walk experience.
Master Walk, and they have a Chick-fil-A there now too.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just it's Chick-fil-A. I'm not the biggest Chick-fil-A fan. But they have a Chick-fil-A there. Nonetheless, they got rid of the fountain at the Willow Grove Mall, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it is now a Dunkin' Donuts. It's now a Dunkin' Donuts stand.
I don't like that.
I'm not a Dunkin' Donuts person, so.
Yeah, I mean, it'll get you by. Like if you're in a rush and like you have nowhere near there and you need to pick up something, like it'll get you by. But I'm not really.
I mean, like, I'll grab a bagel with cream. I'll grab a bagel with cream cheese. Like you can't screw that up. You know what I mean?
My favorite item from Dunkin' is the culotta. Actually, the vanilla bean culotta is. I mean, listen, it's diabetes in a cup, but it's delicious. It's like vanilla bean ice cream liquefied. So good.
I definitely though have to give them props for when they made the white hot chocolate.
You like white chocolate?
White hot chocolate, yeah, I do.
Are you a white chocolate guy?
Oh yeah.
Interesting. I don't come across you people a lot.
Yeah, I'm big white chocolate person. I hate dark chocolate.
Our chocolate's a little bitter. Better taste to it. I like chocolate.
I like milk chocolate. But the thing is, I'm not a huge chocolate person, so I can't have like copious like chocolate, like triple chocolate cake.
Word. SAT word right there, copious.
Yeah, I can't have copious amounts of chocolate, like chocolate cake with chocolate icing, chocolate drizzle. No, like that.
I don't like icing. I'm out on icing. I like cake, just cake.
Now, where do you differentiate icing from frosting?
It's not the same.
No.
I don't like either one of them.
Icing is the what's between the layers of cake. Frosting is what's on top.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I don't want either one of them. I just want cake. Like I love nice cake out of the oven, warm with a glass of milk, or cake like nice and warm. Put it at the bottom of your bowl. Put ice cream on top. That's all I need. I don't need any.
Forgot to add this to my Super Bowl spread.
Okay.
You've seen the pictures. I've sent you the pictures. I need my mom to make desserts.
Yeah, your mom desserts are elite.
Yeah. I need my
Cross,
mom to make
cross
dessert.
pies.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't care what she wants. Whatever she wants to make.
Whatever she wants to do, she's in.
Yeah. As long as she's making the dessert, I have to add that. I need Sarah's mom to make the cheesesteak calzone.
Yeah.
And I need my mom to make the desserts. Whatever she wants to make for dessert, I don't care. I'm eating it.
So before we go, I got to tell you this real quick.
Oh no, we also have one other thing too as well.
This might be the thing we have.
Okay.
Is I have decided, based on this weekend, a lifestyle change.
Okay, yes, it is.
So
we are thinking the same thing. Yes.
Listen. So I think I've told you before that my future home, my last home, it's gonna be a compound. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna have a compound, house, guest house, all that stuff, pool. I'm gonna buy land and build on the land.
Mm-hmm.
I've now decided
you're not gonna buy something pre-built. You're gonna get
I'm buying land. I'm doing what I want to do. I've now also decided that I will also be farming on that land.
Yes. Then we are thinking the exact
farmer. Yes. Rick Ross has inspired me.
Yes, we are.
I mean, and if you think about it, especially in this landscape and all the crap that we are subjected to eat, it makes sense to really have your own livestock and grow your own vegetables and do that stuff. Now, I'm not going to be doing. I'm going to hire farmhands. I'm not out there. I'm not. What am I, old McDonald's? No, I'm not doing that. But I want my own farm. And like Rose got the right idea. But listen, I'm telling you guys, we're going to play the clip in a minute. I'm telling you guys right now, if you guys have not seen this clip of Rick Ross getting his first cow, it is the most wholesome thing you will see on the internet, maybe this entire year. And it literally brought so much joy to my life. I've watched it at least 5 times. At least, maybe even more than that, because it just makes me happy. Like how happy he was to get his cow was just amazing.
He's very excited.
Very excited. All right. You can roll the clip.
All right.
I never get tired of this.
I'm ready for it right now. Oh, shit. I'm ready for it. Okay. I'm ready for it. I'm in Decentraland and Sandbox. Okay. This a dream come true for Rose. You know what this is for a young boy from Carol City to have horses and now a big boy at it. Come on down. You good. You good. Yeah! Yeah! That's yours. That's yours. Welcome to the promised land, baby. Welcome to the promised land. Look at them horses looking. Them horses looking. Mind y'all business.
Yo, there's so many quotables there. Like everything he said in that minute clip was a quotable. Welcome to the promised land. Got myself a big boy. This is a dream come true for Rose. Yo, it's changed my life. I had to talk to Amber. I'm like, listen, babe, we're getting a farm. She's like, all right. I don't know. I'm not even gonna. All right, fine.
Yeah, I didn't think that she. I didn't think that she was going to be too much into it.
I've learned about myself that like I am much more of a recluse than I thought. Like I'm much more like I am like when I get the compound, I'm not going to leave very often. Like I'm only leaving when I have to. Like I didn't know that about myself. I don't know. Maybe I've changed, but like I like the idea of having everything I need on my property.
I support that 100%.
That's something that I've just learned about myself in like the past couple of years.
I have said before that if I had the money, I would buy a ton of land up in like the Allentown area, the Lehigh Valley area, build a compound, get myself a helicopter, and you would never see me again.
That's what, bro. I'm having the helicopter port right there, so I can get to and from where I need to get, land right on the property. I want all of that energy, all of it. That's why we're working out here right now. That's what we're building. Yep. We're building on all channels. So, but yeah, that was hilarious, that video. But like, yeah, it's probably a lifetime change. I'm gonna own some big boys myself.
Yeah.
Some big boys, some horses, some lambs, maybe some sheep. We'll do the whole thing. Regular Noah's Ark out there.
Oh wow.
All right. Well, I got nothing else. Mark between now.
Yeah. We'll get to the rest on Wednesday because we're not going to have Sixers basketball for a while.
Yeah.
So, and we go out We got Hank Trill we'll deal with on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll deal with Hang Trail on Wednesday. Got some other cool stuff to talk about on Wednesday. I'm excited.
And the chopsticks.
Yes, we will get to the chopsticks on Wednesday. I got a lot of things to say.
Yeah, I also will discuss. So I won $255 playing roulette on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good. That's a fun game.
yeah. I was playing it on my phone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Even nicer.
I know. I was playing it on my phone.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I'm up $255 unexpectedly on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
So her and I went out, and I'll tell you that story on Wednesday
All right. That sounds good.
because it can blend very well with your chopsticks, I believe.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. Again, Mark's be tweeting everywhere.
At Justin and Michelle on the Bluebird app.
Brad Emery Pod everywhere. BradEmeryShow.com for the merch. 10% off the code Bremy. Beef Jerky Outlet in Langhorne.
Yeah, make sure to check us out there this Saturday from 1 to 3, our live show at the Beef Jerky Outlet.
Yes.
Come on out, say hi, and
And get some stuff, man. Get some stuff.
get some
Come for the
stuff before
jerky, stay for the rubs.
come get some stuff before we take it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And use promo code Bremy10 for 10% off your first in-app order at District Taco.
All right. Until next time, you can be with us, you can be against us, but never going to stop us late.